welcome back everyone to VIR, Virginia International Raceway, here on BSRTV. My name is Andrew Woodhouse and I'm joined by Adam Bath for round 5 of the BSR Engine Oils Direct Touring Car Championship.
Yes, good evening Andrew, good evening everyone, welcome to round 5. The weather here is mostly cloudy and that has meant that the lap times now are quicker than ever. That must mean we're in for a pretty entertaining second race.
Yep, the reverse grid is in effect. Well, anything can happen given what happened in race 2 last time out.
Yes, Mark Cardix is on pole position. He was 15th and the reverse grid draw was number 1, so he goes on to pole position. Alongside him is Dan Kraft, and 3rd place Laura Bond, 4th Russell Laidler, 5th Dan Hunt, 6th Adam Terry, 7th Ben Gregory, 8th Kaiser, 9th Field, 10th Baker, 11th Stefan Hug, 12th Katz, 13th Rushworth, and then our top 2 finishers in race 1, 14th place for Ashley Sutton, and then in 15th place is Wojciech Savidovic. So the main guys are going to be there at the midfield, and with Mark Cardix on pole position alongside Dan Kraft, are those unknown quantities. I think it could be interesting to see what's going to happen.
Indeed, I mean, I think the 2 that I'm going to pick out from that grid is Laura Bond in 3rd and Adam Terry, who was 6th or 7th, but he I think those are the 2 that have the pace to win this race.
Yeah, so we're looking at the standings right now, and Ashley Sutton, thanks to Stefan Hughes' lower position in the top 10, has now got a 40-point lead over Simon Field. Oh yeah, sorry, Wojciech Savidovic. Wojciech Savidovic now 2nd place. So it's going to be interesting. Those 2 are starting alongside each other for that second race. I don't see the points deficit being eaten into much in this one.
No, but we could see some fireworks between them if they're wrestling for room. Also, I mean, Andreas Katz there, he gained some points in the last race too. They're going to have a look at the driver standings now. We can see that championship. And Ashley Sutton with his 40-point lead. He started off brilliantly.
And in the AM standings, Matt Walker and Julian Janowski, Lugnuts Racing, they're tying on points. However, Matt Walker and Janowski did not have a good race. The Lugnuts Racing team got involved in quite a few incidents. And Ben Gregory is tying on points with Julian Janowski there, 227 points between the Lugnuts Racing driver and the Team O car. So this Pro-Am trophy is pretty close at the moment. Yeah,
I mean, Lugnuts had a poor race in race 1, no fault of their own really. Janowski recovered to some extent. I think he finished just inside the top 20. Matt Walker was 23rd, Linus Bostrom was at 33rd, so they'll be hoping for a much better outing this time round as we are going to the grid. So, well, Mark Cardich, we were talking just in the break, we weren't sure how long he's going to last at the front, but hopefully he can prove us wrong like Jeroen Kaiser did in race 3 last week.
Yes, DMR managed to win 1 race last season, and that was at Interlagos, and they did absolutely brilliantly to do so. They managed to move away from all the carnage that was unfolding behind them. Will they do it here today, though? That is the question. Interlagos is a completely different circuit to this one. It's tight and twisty, this layout. We haven't got many straights, very few overtaking possibilities. Will we see some overtaking in this one? Usually race 2 and 3 are more exciting than the first race, but as the cars are gridding up now, we could be in for a pretty exciting race.
Interlagos, about as far cry from Virginia as you can get. They are not far away from the start. Again, we have now 43 drivers taking the start for race 2. Mark Cardich alongside Daniel Kraft as the reds are rising. The red light is on again. And the green light is on. Cardich bogged down horribly, and Kraft's already up into the lead, and now you can see there's a bit of a bottleneck going 3 wide down towards turn 1. Laidler is alongside Laura Bond in looking for 2nd place. She's lost it slightly over the grass.
Kraft has gone off.
Kraft has gone off. There's one of the DEG cars on the grass as well, Adam, all going on, and Cardich is back in the lead after that appalling start.
Yeah, he just didn't get moving. He had a dog's breakfast of a start there, Mark Cardix. He is now back in the lead after it all seemed to go crazy behind him. Laura Bond got out of control as well into the first corner, and it all was pandemonium. Mark Cardix now leads, and in 2nd place is Russell Laidler in the CQR car.
Yeah, it looks like Laura might have locked up the rears there. I'm not sure going into turn 1, which is still in 3rd place, just behind Russell Laidler. Laidler had good pace in that last race, actually, and if he could sort his qualifying out, I think he'd be doing well. That's Ben Gregory going very, very wide indeed.
Yes.
And he's been passed by his teammate Stefan Hoog.
Yes, and he was having contact with Ashley Sutton, who's up into 5th place from 14th on the grid. Unbelievable.
Ashley Sutton, yeah, again involved in contact. That's maybe the only question mark about his driving. However, he's not hanging around at all in terms of getting towards the front of this race. Sutton now up to 5th and having a go then at the Elite 220 car. Laura Bond, he's now P4.
Huge crash. Rob Burton is off in the DMR car, I do believe. Rob Burton had a huge incident there. Hopefully you've seen it on your screens, but we weren't. We were focusing on the battle up front as they come across the line to complete the first lap.
We missed it, unfortunately. We're going to go back and take a quick peek as Burton. I was Burton and Stephen Slasher. There was it? No, it was the Lugnuts racing car of Matt Walker that ended Rob Burton's race in the fence.
And Plumley was involved as well, so we're trying to keep abreast of what's going on. More contact, in the midfield between one of the DEG cars.
Who's now on the grass and losing positions hand over fist. It's Adam Terry, isn't it?
Yes, it is, and also at the battle up front, Russell Laidler going for the lead down the inside of Mark Cardix. They're side by side as we head up the hill at the start of lap 2. Will Cardix keep his foot in? Yes,
good
they
defending.
He's still side by side over the top of the hill, but Cardix has to get out of the gas and let Russell Laidler through into the lead.
Laidler almost getting... Yeah, brilliant racing by these two. Laidler almost getting a wheel on the grass.
Here comes
Is he
Sutton.
setting up Ashley Sutton, who dives down the inside? And Cardich has to back out of it. But now it's 1-2 for CQR, and that's worked out perfectly on him.
Sutton gained 12 places. I don't know how he kept a clean bumper through that carnage in the first corner.
I don't think he did.
He's going to set up his teammate. Will Russell Laidler let him by? Let's find out as we head down the front straight. Down the front straight, we're going to get 13 laps to go. He pulls out, but Laidler's defending here. Laidler's pushing Sutton a bit wide as we come over the line. Ashley Sutton has now got the lead into the first corner. Laidler breaks a bit early and allows his teammate to take the lead. But 14th to first in 2 laps.
No, that was Adam. That wasn't a defensive move to defend first. That was a defensive move to defend second from Cardich. And now Sutton's away, and I don't think anybody can catch him if he can keep it clean already. Simon Field, who is 3rd in the championship, has now 2 cars between himself and our leader Ashley Sutton. So, just a quick one running down the order. Sutton leading for CQR. His teammate Russell Laidler in 2nd. Cardich 3rd, good effort from him. He started on pole position, still maintaining a good pace. Simon Field, however, is now looking at him towards that tight right-hander. Field almost hits him under braking, squirming around. Just about as that engine nose direct car stopped. Laura Bond in 5th, Stefan Hoog 6th, and Ben Gregory 7th. 8th are Andreas Katz, and 9th is Wojciech up into 9th, and then Daniel Hunt in 10th. Don't know what's happened to Rushworth.
Daniel's
well down behind Plumley.
And I haven't got him registered on the track at the moment, Andrew. He's down in 29th position. He may be in the pits. Another nightmare. Race 2 for Jamie Rushworth as we come round to complete lap number 3.
He's still out on the track. Somebody else is off though onto the grass. And I think it was either Newman or Von Glan there who was off the track. There, it's hard to see. I'll just go back and check that one out.
Here comes Simon Field round the outside of 3rd place man Mark Cardix, but doesn't get the job done, and he goes into the back of the DMR car. Hopefully that hasn't done any damage to Simon Field, but it's definitely knocked some speed off him, and he's now into the clutches of Laura Bond.
Field's quite lucky that it's... Oh, and off goes Laidler. Mowing the lawn, and Cardich, brilliant save. He's sideways backing it into the corner like Valentino Rossi. And you see Field... He's struggling to make it through, but then you've got Bond and you've got Hoog. Oh!
Cardix is all over the place. He put a wheel onto the grass going into that left-hander and ended up sliding the car there. Here comes Field though, round the outside. They're both going to go through this corner together, but Field has to slot in behind. Will he get a good run though? Cardix was a bit wide. They nearly hit each other there.
Just can't go through there though.
Yeah, they're going to have to go single file now as we head through this time twisty bit at the top of the hill. But this race is starting to come alive here. We've still got 12 laps to go. We've had a whole lot of action here. Field has a look down the inside. No, doesn't do it. But this battle for 3rd is on. Battle for 2nd, sorry, is on.
Yep, And Stefan Hoog's there as well in 6th, isn't he? So see what can happen. I mean, my pick, Adam Terry's not having a very good race at all. He's 24th with major damage to the front of his Kia Optima. Stefan Schlacker is just behind him as well, and he's going for the inside, but he can't make it stick. So
here comes Fields.
22nd, 23rd.
Fields down the inside of the DMR car. Cardix, it was easy as you like down the inside. Will Cardix slot in? Yes, he will. And look at in the background, Laura Bond has got Stefan Hoog for company.
Contact between those two. Hoog forces his way through. Driving by the Swiss.
Yeah, and it's amazing for me because Ashley Sutton is now leading the race. He started in 14th. Wojciech Savidovic started in 15th, only one place behind, and he's down in 9th position. So what must have Ashley Sutton done? Hopefully you saw at home what an amazing starts he had, but Ashley Sutton's checking out. He's got a 3.8 second lead over the rest of the pack.
He's not only checked out, he's left the country. Sutton's miles in front as well. He's got that buffer, hasn't he? Russell Laidler. So Laidler is going to try and put Simon Field, try and keep Simon Field at bay. Mark Cardich 4th. I think for Cardich, a top 10 has to be his target, doesn't it?
Yes, I'm having a look at the battle for 13th. This is Andrew Whitehead, Rob Graham, 15th place, Steve Hefford. This battle seems to be the key one at the moment, Andrew.
It also seems like these CQR cars are never clean and pristine at the front. As you've seen, Sutton, Laidler, Whitehead, all with damage throughout this event so far, but it's Whitehead ahead of Robert Graham and Steve Hefford for Engine Oils Direct, and then you've got Linus Broström, Julian Janowski. So on 3 Lugnuts cars in a row. Mark Walker paying homage to the side of their car, I think.
Yeah, so Broström finished 33rd in race 1, and now he's in 16th place in race 2, so he's gained half the field already. So these lot will be in for a shout in the race 3 roll of the dice, and Broström might have to defend here because here comes his teammate in 17th place, Julian Janowski.
Yep, indeed. And just a quick shout out again to Tim Mawson, 19th place, teammate of mine Alex at Apex Racing UK. So well done, Tim, good effort from you so far. Hopefully he can make its way forward. But look at these Lugnuts cars, 3 in the line, as you see Broström having a go at Steve Hefford. Hefford's car, let's just say it doesn't look perfect at the front, Adam.
Yeah, and also, yeah, he's going to come under pressure here. And we're going to come back, I think, to the battle further up the field in 3rd and 2nd place, because Simon Field is now starting to put Russell Laidler under pressure. And Laura Bonds has dropped down to 7th place as well. Field gets a good run over the top of the hill. He's going to close right onto the back of the CQR car. What a great job by CQR, though. They must be dreaming of a 1-2 finish right now.
Yeah, 1-2 is very rare in a field this size. And Laidler's doing a heck of a job. We said he had good pace, Adam, and he's proving that, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. As he comes across the line to complete another lap. We've got 9 laps to go. Looking
under pressure now.
Yes, he is. Here comes Simon Field, then round the outside in the background of your picture. You might be able to see Katz and Cardix having a go into the first corner. Simon Field has a look back round the outside of Laidler, but slots back into his 3rd position. But he has another run on the CQR. No, thinks better of it. Once again, you've got to go single file through this section. How he might be able to have a go onto the back straight.
Oh, he's thinking about it as Laidler's going very defensive, and now Stefan Hoog is right on the back of this group. It's now a trio through the S's now. Can Simon Field get close enough? He needs to be right on the back of that yellow machine in order to make a move into this right-hander. The end of this northern straight.
And at the same time, Katz is having a go on the 5th place car. Mark Cardix was having to look between these 2 battles going on right now. Katz, who had a good race 1 until getting hit up the back by Ashley Sutton. He was in 2nd in race 1. He ended up getting a position a bit lower than that. How he's now in 6th place and desperate to get past Cardix for that top 5 spot.
Good from Cardix though, because started on pole. We didn't really give him much of a chance of winning the race. That's been proven. But however, if he can hang on for a top 10 finish, I think his team will be really happy. He's their highest entry at the moment. Andreas Katz for Karcher. Behind Katz. Oh, Katz is through because Cardix made a mistake coming onto the straight, and Katz is going to take that position surely.
Yes, he is. He put a wheel onto the grass. I don't really know what happened there, but Katz is now through up into 5th place, and surely he'll try and set his sights on the ongoing battle for 2nd place.
Benjamin Gregory in P8 and just ahead of Wojciech. Wojciech not making good progress.
Layla's gone off. Layla put a wheel into the grass, and now he's
in the
gone
fence.
off. Yeah, he is. And that now elevates Simon Field up into second place, and Stefan Hug up into fourth. And Russell Layla, who was in second place, doing a 1-2 job for CQR, is now down in 10th position.
Just having a look to see if he was aided in his adventure off the circuit, and he wasn't. Didn't have a tour guide for that one. He made that on his own. So Russell Laidler throwing away a podium.
Yes, another.
Though it doesn't have a great deal of damage. It was quite a light hit against the fence, but you can see he's going to be down. Well, in front of Daniel Hunt. So Hunt's 11. So Laidler might be still in the top 10 after that. He's quite lucky.
Yes, so now the battle for second is now gone down to 2 cars now. It's between Simon Field and Stefan Hug as we begin our downhill descent. Ashley Sutton has now got a 6.8 second lead, so he's going to win race. It looks like he's going to win race 2 once again here in the BSRTC. Can Hug get a good enough slipstream down this front straight? I think he's a bit too far away. They come across the line. They're separated by about 0.3 seconds. And Hug did the quicker lap this time by 1/10 of a second into turn 1. I think the battle looks set to be further back at the moment, Andrew. I think there's a big battle between Laura Bond and Ben Gregory.
There is indeed. Just a word on Stefan Hug. He won, like I say, won the first round of this series, and looking to pick up the second victory for Timo. As Ben Gregory, Laura Bond. Laura's not quite had the pace, but she's still in 5th position.
Yes, and she's managed to get past Mark Cardix, who's now coming under pressure from the car behind him, which is Ben Gregory. Now, Ben Gregory is the AM driver. He'll be trying to score as much points as he can, but I don't know whether he'll be trying to interfere with the Pro Championship, which is going on around him.
Then a wild Jeroen Kaiser has appeared as well, so he's in 9th place, ahead of he's in 8th place, ahead of Wojciech. So Kaiser's ahead of Swidovic here, and Wojciech, who won that last race. Gregory goes hopping over the curb, trying to pass Kardich. So Timo consistent, but I'm surprised Wojciech hasn't made any moves on them so far.
Yeah, and Kardix is having to defend over the top of the hill. I've never seen that before. Gregory now is the inside line. He should be able to get it. So they're going to go side by side into the final corner.
Got to turn right though.
Yes, but Gregory's done it. Gregory is up into 6th place, and Cardix makes a bit of an error. That allows one of the Jeroen Kaiser to go flying across the curb there and bouncing across the grass, trying to get past the DMR car. We come across the line to complete another lap. Laura Bonds left this field. Left this whatever you call it. These four to pass over as quartet. There we go. Fine. Finally comes into my head.
Kardich has gone wide, and Kaiser's through. He gives him a little nudge for his troubles, and Kaiser very nearly just went clean over the grass to try to pass Kardich. He can't pass himself. He'll pass Kardich, and Wojciech Swidovic is at the back of this group still. And he just can't make any inroads on him. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's once again,
no
it's all
ballast
about
or anything.
It's all about the slipstream, isn't it? You've got to get the best line you can out of the final corner and try and get the move done down the straight. Stefan Hug has gone into 2nd place ahead of Simon Field, by the way.
Yeah, Wojciech having a look on Kardich, so this is important as well for the championship. As indeed both battles are, but Wojciech trying to set up Kardich. We'll come back to that in a bit. So Simon Field has dropped behind Stefan Hug, so Hug up into 2nd position now. So that'll be looking really good for him. Hug will be thinking he'll try and get in front of Field in the championship. 8 points between them. It could happen today.
Yes, and of course, since Swidovic is down in 9th and with Hug up in 2nd, Hug might be able to get that 2nd spot in the championship back. We're coming out of the final corner once again. We've got 5 laps to go here. This is the closest battle on track, I do believe, for the battle for 6th place as we come across the line. We'll have a look further down the order in a little bit. Kaiser in 6th, Ben Gregory in 7th. 8th place is Mark Kardix, in 9th Swidovic, and then in 10th is Russell Layla. So Swidovic once again trying to have a go past the DMR entry as we head into turn 1. Kardich defends the inside.
Going backwards slightly, Kardich, but I mean it was sort of expected with all these championship contenders around him. But I'll tell you what, he's done some great defensive driving efforts, and he's really demonstrated some skill in this one. So Wojciech knows he needs to get through to have any chance with only 5 laps to go of getting a top 5 finish. I don't think that's going to happen now, though. There's Laura Bond in 5th is well away.
Yes, and Jamie Rushworth is down in 29th position. What is it with him in race 2s? So far this season, he's had nightmare results in both of the race 2s we've had, and Savidovic tried to get the cut back there as we headed up the hill, but he still can't find a way past Mark Kardix. And the annoying thing for him is, as he slides his way through that left-hander, he can see all those cars that he was battling with a few laps ago pulling away from him, and he wants to be with them.
Made a bit of a mess of that uphill, of that downhill section as well, but it's almost like he just not pulling out that aggressive move, that one aggressive move that it's going to need to get him through on Cardiff. So he is much faster. He's about 2 seconds a lap quicker. They'll make the move stick.
Yes, and now let's see if he can this time. We've got 4 laps to go. He seems to have got a good run. He's pulling out of the slipstream. He's going to try and make it round the outside here. Is he going to try and get the move done? He's side by side with him. Is he going to be later on the brakes? He is. Oh, there's a car coming back on track.
Oh,
Nearly
that's field,
hits them.
is it? It's field. He's been off in the field. Where's he gone? How's he ended up there? Did he helped? Oh, he has. Oh, there was a DEG car. It was Steve Walker who had his own accident. And then Field was coming through. I don't know if we can get this on the replay. Field could not do anything. Oh, the car was in the middle of the road. Field hits it hard. At what must have been 130 miles an hour or more. Off into the fence, and that could be disaster for Simon Field.
Yes, and he was in such a good position, helping his championship. That's now elevated Kat's up into 3rd. Laura Bond is up into 4th position.
Still in the 11th. He's still in the 11th place, his Field, Adam. So it's not a complete disaster for him. Let's just hope that car handles okay. He is just ahead, in fact, of his teammate Daniel Kraft. So if Kraft knows what's maybe good for the team, maybe he's going to stay behind Field, but Field's very, very slow here. And in fact, Kraft's through.
While we were talking about that, Wojciech Savidovic did in fact manage to get past Mark Kardix, and look how much he's pulled away by, as Kardix is now holding up Russell Laidler. Those two are going to go side by side down the front straight.
So Laidler's back then in 10th, about to make it 9th, I think.
Oh, they nearly touch as they head down the front straight into the first corner. Kardix surely is going to have to give this position up in the DEG car. That is in 10th. Dan Hunt. He's trying to get into the party as well. Laidler is through up into 8th place, and surely it's a matter of time before 10th place man Dan Hunt tries to get past the DMR car as well.
Yeah, Hunt's definitely in the hunt here for P8, but Kardix, Laidler, they're in front. Laidler's got good pace, so you think he's going to pull away from these two now. And also Wojciech. Wojciech's right with Ben Gregory, as we see. Yeah, that's just a back marker there, isn't it? So, can Wojciech make another forceful move? Can he get through on Ben Gregory and up into 6th? If he can, he'll salvage some a decent championship position.
Yes, and they're coming up on the back marker of Halit Ertas, I do believe, in the DMR entry. Will he let them through? This is not what you want.
Almost contact with Gregory, and Ertas struggling to keep that car on the track.
Yes, he lets
He's
them
almost
through
getting
now.
in the way of the title contenders here.
Yeah, and look how far Savidovic has to drop back there. He is now around about over a second behind.
Oh, look! Actually, Sutton's made a mistake. Stefan Hoog is only 4 tenths behind him. Something's gone majorly wrong for our race leader.
And with 2 laps to go, so we're going to set up a grandstand finish here. Through the first and second corners, Hoog now smells a chance here. Across the line, it must have been into the first corner, because Sutton did a pretty respectable lap time. Surely must have locked up and gone off or something, because Sutton is now coming under pressure.
And Hoog
down the inside, nearly hits him through the left-hander. This is going to be an epic battle through the final 2 laps here in race 2 at Virginia.
Sutton's got all sorts of damage, so I'm really not sure what happened. So he did a 131 a couple of laps ago, but that wasn't enough at all to be slow. Let's see, Stefan Hoog, can he make it stick? Can he get his second win of the season? This is livened up this race now, no end. There's Sutton defending for all his worth. We saw Adam last week in Silverstone, in race 1, where he didn't have a lot of pace. We saw that he could defend in that yellow car and make it very, very wide indeed. Can he do it again now?
I think he has every single chance of doing so. Will Hoog be able to get by? As we've seen so far tonight, it's very hard to overtake here. But
2 laps to go.
Hoog will have the slipstream. This is probably one of his last chances to get by. They're coming up on the back markers here. I don't think they'll play a factor on this straight. Can Hoog get in the tow? Look at this though. That's one of the Elite 220 cars, I believe.
Ellis Stevens.
Yeah, Ellis Stevens. Sutton will have to try and get past him. He doesn't hold them up at all. Will Hoog have a go down the inside? We're on the last lap now. Sutton does a good enough job.
Sutton moving around in the braking area. It's a tiny bit naughty. Drifting across.
Not as naughty as some of the stuff he did at Silverstone last week.
No, that's true. This is fair. But Hoog, he's got to be fair. He's a desperate man. He's trying to preserve his victory, which he's worked so hard for. He's made a mistake of some kind, it seems, and well, back marker could be the key. Traffic always is, it seems. Yeah, and Hoog's right there now.
They're right onto the back of this car.
Pushing him through the S's.
Here they go then, down to the right-hander. Can Hoog get it done? This is probably one of his last chances to get the move done. Will he have a go around the outside? Surely he can't get that move done. Sutton holds onto his position. However, Hoog might get the better run. Through the right-hander, we head uphill and over the crest before plunging downhill for the final time. Surely, I think there's only probably one more place on the circuit, and that's, if he's lucky, to get past the CQR car. And it's coming up now. Can Hoog have a lunge down the inside? No, he
thought about it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, and I think now it's a shoe-in for Ashley Sutton unless something major happens.
Unless Hoog can get a run onto the main straight and get side by side with him. That's his only chance now.
Yeah, it's not unheard of. We've had photo finishes in the BSRTC before.
The line's quite a long way down.
Here they go then. I think Sutton's got it won here. Andrew
has
down.
He?
Here they go though. I think he's going to do it.
He
yes.
has.
Ashley Sutton wins race 2.
Brilliant from Ashley Sutton. From what was about 14th on the grid. Very nearly threw it away at the end there, but fantastic driving by him. Stefan Hoog in second place, and both men are going to be exceptionally pleased with their championship performance as Katz comes through to take third. Laura Bond, 2 race 2 fourth places in 2 weeks. Jeroen Kaiser, another top 5 for him. Excellent effort there from the Dutchman, and then Wojciech Swidovic in P6.
And another photo finish between Laura Bond and was it Kaiser? I don't know whether it was or not.
It was.
But another photo finish for Laura Bond. She's making quite a habit of this, but she just manages to get 4th place ahead of Jeroen Kaiser.
Very, very close indeed. What an excellent race that was, though, Adam. That was really enjoyable. A lot of mayhem, and some guys. I mean, look at Field and Sutton. We thought that they had nothing to really worry about, and then mistakes creep in. I don't know if Alex, can I bring you in there? Did you see what happened with Sutton, or was that just presumably a mistake off camera?
Yeah, no, I didn't see it, I'm afraid, off camera, but it led to a great little battle. What we also saw on camera was Wojciech made the move past Gregory, I think, as well. I'm not sure if that position got reversed, but around the outside where Hoog was looking. So, that was great battles are us all on the last lap.
While you're here, do you have the dice for race 3?
Yeah, I can bring the dice up pretty quickly. Let's just make it happen. Just while I bring the results up.
So Adam, which positions are getting reversed for this one, Adam?
So it's once again it's top 15th to 20th place. So that is Tim Mawson in the Apex Racing team, then Stefan Slasher, then Aaron Gearing, Steve Richardson, Nils Jordan, and then in 20th place is Richard Wild. So those are the top 5 cars that are going to be reversed.
We know Nils Jordan well from the V8 Supercars as well, Alex. We've seen him since the very beginning on over on Apex Racing TV.
Yeah, it was a familiar name I saw last week looking at the driving lineup, so it's good to see him sort of branching out into different series. Right, we've got the magic dice up. Just as it was in the last round, I'm just going to run 3 test rolls. First one that comes up is position 19th, sorry about that, 15 again, followed by 18, so this is the one. Driver for pole position will be 15 again.
Tim Mawson.
It wasn't fixed. It wasn't fixed this time, I can assure you all.
Tim Mawson for Apex Racing TV goes on to pole position for this 3rd and final race. No bias here in the commentary box, but let's hope he does well.
Well, yeah, indeed. I mean, he's a former winner of quite a high split of the Indy 500, so he knows what he's doing in the racing car. The Kia Optima, again, is something he's not part of for a while, but here he is, and he'll have a chance to show what he can do.
Can Jamie Rushworth win race 3? No one in the BSRTC has ever won race 2 and race 3. Could he do it though? Jamie
Rushworth won, but Ashley Sutton might. Rushworth was down in 27th place. I And when you're talking about Jamie, though, can Jamie even get a good result? That's what he needs, isn't he? Otherwise, he's going to be well out of the championship standings.
Yeah, Jamie Rushworth finished in 27th place. I think I was referring to Ashley Sutton there. Yeah, if he gets another clean race, though, we saw in Silverstone, Ashley Sutton ended up getting in a bit of damage in race 3. So will he be able to do it? That is the question. Who are we looking at also? Andrew Whitehead will be starting alongside him. And then Linus Bostrom in 3rd, Baker 4th, and then Kraft rounding out the top 5 for the race 3 grid. So quite a few unknowns. Linus Bostrom doing another good job for Lugnuts Racing to get from 33rd to 13th. So
he's going to start P3, isn't he? So
yeah, so it
got
could
every
be
chance. I mean, you've got to look at. I think you've got to look at Whitehead's driving the CQR car, which seems to be the class of the field. Pretty much this evening, and also you've got to look at Brostrom as well. I think he drove really well last week again. He's a former top 10 finisher in the championship. David Baker, well, I mean he could be in there. I think he got to watch out for him.
Could we get Alex to bring in Ashley Sutton, our race 2 winner? Because we want to find out what really happened to make the gap that was nearly 6 seconds go down to less than half a second and get him that race 2 win just.
Ashley, welcome to the commentary box, mate.
And it doesn't look like he wants to have a word with us, maybe not after just winning a race. We'll probably chat to Ashley Sutton again after race 3, but he just managed to hold on. I really want to know what happened to him to make that 6 second gap whistle down to nothing. Well, Andrew, we're going to get ready.
That was the best interview we've ever done, that's for sure. Yes, race 3's coming up, so I mean, who's your driver of that race, Adam?
Once again, I would say Ashley Sutton to go from 14th to 1st, but do I give him it after him sliding off and losing all of that time? I think...
And no showing the interview.
Yeah, I think Laura Bond did a good job to stay in 4th place, managed to avoid contact, so well done for her. I think she's probably one of my drivers of the day.
Yeah, I'm going to give a good mention to Cardiff as well. I think he's starting on pole, finishing the top 10. That's a good boost for DMR. I think they needed good results. So
Linus Bostrom, I think, 33rd to 13th.
Isn't it? That's a really good effort. So, but he's not going to have to be. Well, he was 33rd, now he's 13th, and now he starts 3rd for race 3. So all the 3s lining up for Linus. Is he going to make it a victory? Well, we will see. So join us again in about another 10-15 minutes time on BSR TV for round number 3 from Virginia.